Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Kane. Today I'm sharing another layout for Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches. This is day 16. Today's sketch is by Kaezmum. Her name is also Jennifer, and I will have her YouTube video link down below. So here I'm going to get started with a few photos. I have two 3x5 or 4s, sorry, two 3x4s and three 2x3s. And I'm going to do a double 8.5 by 11. And they're of my son laying down in the Crocs, and my older son is piling Crocs on top of him. So he's trying to get up, and the four of the photos, the one photo, he's just laying there in the sunshine. And then the chipboard circles were from Vicki Boutin's collection. I believe her latest one, Bold and Bright. And then the stars are also from that collection. And then the wood veneer piece is from Shandy's Etsy shop, and it says, "Don't knock the Crocs." That's going to be part of my title. The Choose Happy is also going to be part of the title. These yellow pieces I actually don't end up using. This teal paper I don't use either. I only use a little piece of the black and white stripe paper. This piece here is Amy Tangerine from Picnic in the Park, I believe. And I thought I was going to bring in this pinkish purple color. I decided to go with orange instead because the orange matches the Choose Happy. So I decided to go with the orange and leave the purple out. I do bring in another title piece that says Falling for You, and I'll show you why when I get started on the layout. But here is again, the blue plus sign paper. This is my last paper of that. I have a few scraps to use on the other layout, but pretty much that paper is gone. One of my favorites, I think I have like 5 layouts that have that paper on it, but it's okay because I love it. The other black and white leaf paper, or gray and white leaves, is from Amy Tangerine also. That's from Shine On. That's an older collection. Let's see if I can find the year on it. 2018. So definitely happy to get that out of my stash. I'm going to use a little bit of white acrylic paint, black acrylic paint, and shimmers paint in Twinkle Twinkle, which is like a white, to do some of the stars and the Crocs. Once again, I didn't want to use acrylic paint on the Crocs because it'll cover up the lines that are on the wood veneer. But the shimmers paint won't. The shimmers paint will stay on top, and it'll just go into like the wood veneer part, but not the Crocs. So you'll still be able to tell that it's Croc shoes. So here I'm getting started on the little Croc shoes, and I have sped it up, of course. But I just want you to get the idea of, it's not very hard to paint the wood veneer. You just have to go very slow. That's the reason for speeding it up. And I actually pulled off the little nib. It was clogged. I couldn't get any paint out of it. Of that little paint bottle of acrylic paint. And I'm going to paint this star here black, and then I'll paint a couple of the other ones black. I have some other chipboard stars that I brought in from another Vicki Boutin. I believe that's the Discover and Create one that I got those out of. No, actually, those are out of the Christmas chipboard. And then I think I took one of the circle frames out of the Discover and Create. But like I said, I end up not using those anyways. So this is how the layout's going to lay. Stick with me. I know Kaezmum, she has squares instead of a circle in the middle, but she has circles on the side. I'm not a big fan of circles. I don't know what it is with circles, but usually we don't get along. So I'm going to use stars as my circle placements, I guess, kind of, sort of. And then I did my the middle wreath is going to be the large circle piece that is in her design. So it was inspired by her layout totally, but it's going to look nothing like the sketch. I also got the splatters. She has lots of splatters in her sketch and mixed media type around, but again, my stars are going to represent pretty much the circles. And I also am not going to have 6 photos. I only have 5 photos, and they're different sizes than what she has. So my photos will not be all in the center. I think she has one of the photos like in the circle too. And none of the pictures I could cut into a circle, so I decided to go this route instead. And I really like the end result, and I can kind of see the inspiration from it. Hopefully, you guys can too. And I think it's just a different way to show how sketches can inspire you to create. So I would have probably never came up with this idea on my own if I hadn't seen her sketch. So I definitely took like the middle center blue square since I only had one sheet of that 12 by 12 left. And then I tore the other ones and put them on the sides and then put the black lines just to give it an ending point. And kind of, sort of, it looks like hers, but different shapes. So that's kind of how you got to look at it. So the stars you see I'm putting around, I had all black stars, and then I decided I really needed the wood veneer color because I was trying to bring wood veneer in because of the Croc shoes, the title piece with the Croc shoes, because it shows the wood veneer. So I needed more wood veneer color. So I end up flipping back over the black stars, most of them. I keep one of them, and then I'm going to add in these other chipboard stars that I have, and basically I'm just placing them around where I think they look good. At first, it kind of goes in a diagonal. I guess it kind of still goes in a diagonal even when I'm done. But it's heavier on one side than the other. And that's mainly because the photos are different sizes on the left and right side. And then, again, I didn't know how to embellish this layout. So I paused for a minute and I went and dug in my stash and I found, what are these called? Truly Grateful by Paige Evans. And they actually match along with the Amy Tangerine papers, or the blue paper. But really, what I'm going to bring in is the pink. So, once again, it's going to be pink and blue and purple. And I'm going to use all of the dots that I can find on here between the puffy sticker sheet and the, what is that called? Epoxy, I guess. It's not it's not puffy, and they're not like chipboard, but they're like a smooth texture. So I'm going to say they're like epoxy, where it says yes and right on those title pieces. But all I'm bringing in is the circles. I'm going to bring in all of the circles. I'm going to bring in hearts, which some people say don't mix hearts and stars, but I've mixed hearts and stars before, and especially on boys' layouts. So I'm going to go ahead and mix them. So I brought in all the purple, orange, and pink, all the circles, all the hearts, and I thought I was done. Um, I even showed you a little close up there. And you'll see in the close-up photos, it's actually going to change. But before that, I'm going to bring in some more chipboard stars. I decided that I wanted to go ahead and fill in that gap in the center where the circle is, because I really don't have any more journaling to do on these layouts, because I think one layout with journaling explaining what they're doing is going to be enough. They will be in the album next to each other or by each other. So I'm not big on the extra journaling. So I'm not going to journal anymore on this layout. And I was trying to decide what else I would bring in. That's where I bring in the Falling for You title piece. And yes, it adds another title, but it's kind of a cute little play on him laying in the Crocs. And to me, the Crocs kind of represent leaves. Like you would play in a pile of leaves and throw them around. And that's exactly what they're doing with the Crocs. They're throwing them around, laying in them, crawling through them. They had so much fun playing in the Crocs. I think we played in the Crocs for like an hour of the time we were at the pumpkin patch. And there was other things to do besides play in this crock pile, but my boys really enjoyed it. And I'm just going around making sure they're in the right spot, or at least the right spot to my eye. And I will keep moving them around and moving them around. And then I decided I was going to bring in more wood veneer, and these are hearts. Since I had the wood veneer stars, I decided it needed wood veneer hearts too. And then there wasn't very many puffy stars left on the sheet, but there was 3 pink ones. And you'll see those in the close-ups. I did that after I shut off the camera and I kept looking at the layout. And again, I'm just trying to use my stash. I've had Truly Grateful for a long time. And I don't remember what year it actually came out, 2019. And I didn't buy all of it when it came out, but I bought a lot of it because I loved the colors of it. And I'm okay with using it up. So that's exactly what I did. I just kept adding and adding until I thought it looked good. And it was finally done. So there is a couple extra pieces that were not in the final layout when I showed it up close. Hope you guys like it, and I will see you again tomorrow with another sketch from 30 Days of Sketches. Check out the playlist down below.